Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. And today's topic, Thursday Night Football. Hey, yo, check this out. And I'm going to be real clear what I say on this. The Green Bay Packers next year are going to be dynamite. Hear me out. This is the reset year, right? They have certain pieces. The offense had to morph and change a little bit because of injuries. Same thing on defense. And Devontae Adams, it being so centric around Devontae Adams, them building rapport and chemistry with the weapons that they have. Now, mind you, Green Bay lost last night to the Titans. Shout outs to the Titans because that coach gets them up to play week in, week out, no matter who's there, no matter who's hurt. To me, right now, when you look at a coach that knows how to coach regardless of just talent, regardless of quarterback play, regardless of wide receivers, regardless of their star players being out, he delivers. And I'm not going to lie to you, I feel like he might be the best, not including Bill Belichick, simply because Bill Belichick has the reputation and the wins that no other coach has, like in the history of the NFL. But right now, to me, he's the best coach in the league. The best leader of men in the league. He wins regardless of the problems that are on his team. If it's on defensive players missing, Derrick Henry being out X amount of time, Ryan Tannehill playing bad or being out, wide receivers leaving, wide receivers dropping, wide receivers being hurt. It doesn't matter. He finds a way. That is a coach. Like, everyone, oh yeah, that's coach, whatever. No, he's coach. You don't even call him. Like, you ever notice how certain coaches, you say coach, then their name? Like, oh, that's coach, whatever. Nah, you just say, that's coach. Hey! Because he just gives so much more to the game. And to those players, they go to bat. They'll go to hell and back for him. That's a leader of men. And Tennessee got one in him. But check this out. Tannehill had an amazing game last night. I'm going to be real with y'all. 22 of 27, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Derrick Henry ran the ball 28 times for 87 yards and 3.1 yards in average with a touchdown. Listen, I know a lot of people are going to say those are not bombastic stats. Those are not stats that jump off the page and go, oh my God, he's King Henry. Do you know what it does when you can effectively run the ball or force people? Because what they're doing is, Henry is so good that they're dedicating so many people to the line of scrimmage that somebody eventually is going to be open. This was Burke's best game of his young career. 7 receptions, 111 yards, 15.9 yards a catch. The only thing he didn't have was a touchdown. That's the only thing he didn't have. But Derrick Henry played great. He had a throwing touchdown, right? He threw the ball twice. For a touchdown. He ran the ball, got a touchdown. He had receiving yards of 45 yards, 22.5 yards a catch. Like, he was amazing. He's still King Henry. The thing is, I tell everybody that if you want to win, you just got to force feed Derrick Henry the ball. Because it forces the defense to do what they're not comfortable in doing. And that's tackling, right? And hitting 300-pound men for 48 minutes or more, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. I'm thinking about basketball for a second. You know where I'm coming from? That's what it forces them to do. And in today's NFL, a lot of people are not geared or trained that way because running the ball has been subsequently diminished because of the evolution of the passing game, right? And we all know that. But I'll say this, like I said earlier, the Packers are going to be something to come to grips with next year. I think this year they're going to make the playoffs. I think that it's going to be like a one and done, whatever. But next year, mark my words, if Aaron Rodgers does not retire, they're going to come out like gangbusters. He was 24 of 39 from the field, 227 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Randall Cobb had, 73 yards. Lazard had 57. Watson had 48 with 2 touchdowns. Let me tell y'all something right now. It's so hard for me being a Raven fan watching this because even the Green Bay Packers, with all the deficiencies on offense, has a better receiving core than our team. Christian Watson is nice. Yo, a lot of people do not recognize the matchup problems that he gives teams with and beside Allen Lazard, right? They're going to know that next year. I promise you they're going to know that next year. Because one thing with Aaron Rodgers, which has never changed, he has to build a rapport with you. He has to trust you for him to start adequately throwing you the ball. And he's going to build a rapport with Christian Watson. You've seen this with Jordy Nelson. You've seen this with Devontae Adams. You've seen this. You've seen this with Randall Cobb. The first year or two, it's like, but then it's like a light switch comes on, and it's gangbusters. It's going to happen again in Green Bay. So Green Bay fans should be excited. You can already see it. You're getting flashes and glimpses of it. You're like, oh. He's like that. He's like that. So my thing is they're going to be good moving forward. What I think they did is they said, we're going to sacrifice, or what we're going to do is going to be a difficult year for us. If we're going to run the ball, do it a certain way, but next year, right? We're going to have the weapons. There's going to be a better rapport with them because they have talent. I've said this before. Production, right? Versus potential. And this team has potential. They are trying to morph it into production. And when they do that, MVP Rodgers is coming back. Hey! And y'all going to be sitting there like, oh, this isn't fair. I thought he was done. I thought he was through. I thought he was finished. You were wrong. I'm telling you, bruh. Last night, listen, they are what? 4-7 right now. So the best they can finish is 10-7. I think they're going to finish 9-8. I really do. I think the Packers might finish 9-8, like getting on a wild card because they're not winning the division with the way Vikings are playing, right? And they get in, squeak in, maybe play one game, maybe two, and they're out. But next year is going to be the resurgence. I think they get another 2 to 3 MVP quality years out of Aaron Rodgers till he hangs up his helmet, his cleats. But they're going to get it out of him. I'm telling you, this is called smart investing, right? Christian Watson has speed. He has size. Like he's the total package. It's can you build a rapport with him, right, during that time? I was looking at this. This man is 6'4". Yo, he's 6'4", 207. He runs like a 4'4". Bro, he's going to be a problem. A problem. Let me go to his 40 time real quick. Because I know it was a 4.36. Just let's got at 6'4". There is nobody on our team that you could just say, go get the ball. And they'll go get the ball. There's none. There's none. You can argue Andrews, but I'll argue that not to that level. This is say, it's one-on-one, go get the ball. This is coming to you. They know it's coming to you. Let's see if they can stop it. Fade to the jump up and go get that ball. We don't have no one on our team like that. None. This kid is going to be special. Listen, pencil him in for 1,300 to 1,400 receiving yards next year. 13 or 14, maybe even 15 touchdowns next year. I'm telling you, he's going to look like a faster Mike Evans. And a lot of people are going to be like, man, I thought Aaron Rodgers was done. Yeah, that ship sailed. He is not done. He's not done. Listen, you're going to understand something, right? I've never been against getting potential. The problem that I have with the Ravens particularly is because they'll hang all of their hats solely on potential, and it cannot be that way. The potential eventually has to give production, no matter how talented, right, or the more potential that you have in that player. That tree must bear fruit. It has to. A fruitless tree is a useless tree. I don't want to hear, oh, but it gives me shade. If it doesn't give me mangoes, apples, grapes, bye-bye. Coconuts. Maybe I should say pause, because I really accentuated nuts. Pause. Right? Look, that's just the way things are. You can hope for the best for a player. But if they can't put it all together and give you the production that equals the potential or some of the potential of which they were evaluated on having, they got to go. They got to go. And watching that game, Green Bay has potential. And I promise you, next year, later will come the production. Oh, yeah, they're going to produce. You can see it. Imagine you saying Alan Lazard is your second or third receiver. Bro, listen, man. I'm telling y'all. They're going to watch tape and be like, fade. Go. Get this ball. Bink, bink. You're going to see so many fade routes to Christian Watson. You're going to get tired of seeing it. You know what it's going to be like? It's going to be like a young Dez. Remember when Dez first came on the scene in on the Cowboys? It was fade route. That's all they kept. Ha, 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 ha. That's all they kept doing to him. Ha, 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 ha. It's going to happen in Green Bay. The frozen tundra. It's going to happen. I'm telling you. Them cheese curds is going to be getting balls everywhere. Bang, bang. That's why you're going to see a lot of Lambo leaps from Christian next year. I promise you that. His quads better be ready because he's going to be leaping a lot. If you want to meet Christian Watson next year, just sit right there with a Lambo leap. I promise you, you'll be there multiple times a game next year. I promise. Listen, if they do anything with Christian Watson next year, with like, oh, do you think he'll have 1,000 yards? Betting it. Do you think he'll have 10 touchdowns? Betting it. How many do you think he'll have? 15? Betting it. I'm dead serious with you. It's a solid investment. Yo. But look, Titans got to win. He finds a way to win. Green Bay is struggling, but I think they're going to do fine. And I think they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to make this, I think they're going to ruin. Even if they lose the first game, I don't think it's going to be a blowout in the playoffs. I think that they're either going to cause someone to, they're going to win the first one, cause somebody's season to end, or theirs going to end going into next year knowing that they're about to rain down an unholy God storm on the heads of the NFC. Get ready for it and get ready. And I think you're going to see some receivers that might have left look back and say, dang. But look, that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and you know I appreciate that. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I comment back. But thank you for showing up. Once again, this is Nitro with another Wunderkind Show, and I'm signing off. And when I'm signing off, you guys know my slogan. Don't you? You remember it? All right, you do. So let me do it. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.